Yo, Elliott.
Yo, Elliott, here's my question for office hours this week. It's about forgiving my mother, which I have not been able to do. The relationship with my mom is complicated and it's been on and off for the past 10 years since I got married. We're not really on speaking terms and still aren't able to communicate effectively. My question is, how do I forgive my mother if she's stonewalling me and we're not able to communicate? Well, the first thing to understand that it's not about her, it's about you. You can't force her to receive your forgiveness. You can't even make her feel anything about your forgiveness. The forgiveness is the letting go of the burden within you. That's why Christ says before you come to the temple, he says it this way: if you have anything on your brother, then you got to go and let go of it before you come back and try to atone with the Father. You're holding on to it. Right? That's why the forgiveness is for you. Somebody said it this way: the opposite of forgiveness is like resentment, right? I don't know if that's the right word, but let's say unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping that it will kill somebody else. Right? That's what it's like. It's like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. The lack of forgiveness hurts you more than forgiveness is going to liberate her. And the reason why it's important to not just do it in your heart, there's a whole lot of this in every aspect, particularly with religion, that you're supposed to do something in your heart, right? And people want to take things that are uncomfortable and just leave it up to, I'm doing it inside. Well, life isn't experienced on the inside only. It's an outside deal too. So we got to be able to confront things on the outside. And so, of course, it's good if you forgive her in your heart, which is where it begins, right? That's why Christ says that even if you sin in your heart, it's like you've done it physically, was the same thing on the other way around, right? If you sin in your heart by looking lustfully at a woman, he's basically saying, well, you basically did it. But the opposite is true too. Hey, if you forgive in your heart, it's forgiven, and that's cool. But as far as character development is concerned, encourages a man in standing on your feet, you got to get out there and look your mom eye to eye. And that's why I think it's important to get outside and do that damn thing. Because a lot of times we avoid that uncomfortable conversation in order to save some pain, in order to save our egos, in order to avoid the challenge. The challenge is to forgive her, once again, has nothing to do with her. It has to do with you. Even the challenge itself, the forgiveness itself is you, but the resistance to forgiveness, it's you. And here's the other thing too. Don't be attached to the outcome of the action. Just do the damn thing and be done, right? But once again, every action is measured by the sentiment from which it proceeds. So where's your heart? The heart is key. Where's your heart with the whole thing? Right? I mean, that's 90% of it is in the heart, but you got to nail that door shut by doing the thing in the world, right? So I'm not negating the fact that it's an inner battle. It is. But don't forget we live in a physical world, and I think a lot of people try to do that. Your mom's going to die one day. Now, you got to deal with the issues in you, but also she too is going to be on that deathbed and thinking through. And if she knows that she's forgiven by you, that's just one less burden for her to carry into the netherworld. You know, what happens when we die, nobody really knows, but we're convinced as Christians that you carry your sin with you. And so if you're in a state of mortal sin and you have hangups, even venial sins, it's stuck to your soul when you leave the body. If your mom can say safely that she's been reconciled, at least in the heart of her son, knows that her son forgave her, then that's one less burden she'll have to carry. And that is a merit for you. It's a merit for you, and also a burden less that you'll have to carry, because when she dies, at least you can say and feel confident inside that I've forgiven my mother. God bless her heart. I pray for the repose of her soul, and I have nothing but good intentions.
Yo, Elliott.